Okay, this is the Efunyela Hall that was built in 1979 in memory of the mother of Chief Obafemi Awolowo. And we have a lot of meetings that has been held here in politics and generally, and it is really, really stuck with history. This is Awo's mausoleum, where the sage Obafemi Awolowo and his wife of inestimable value, H.I.D. Awolowo, are buried. You would want to see this, I promise you. The body looks in perfect shape, despite the fact it looks like it just packed here for the first time. This 8-seater Mercedes 230.6 saloon car traveled the length and breadth twice during the electionary campaign of Chief Obafemi Awolowo in 1979 and 1983 all across Nigeria. This grey colored with registration number WR1455 was bought in 1970. What a beauty to behold. Obafemi Awolowo Museum. In this place, as you can see here, the Obafemi Awolowo is a devoted husband and a philanthropist. And of course, inside this place is a lot of historic things that really represent what Oba stood for in history. And when you get in there, you will understand why the sage would continue to be the sage. We are now inside the Awo's Museum. Lot of things around this place to see, but we'll take it one after the other. Let us start from the founders of the Action Group. It was established on March 26, 1950. You can see them, Papa at the middle with some of his lieutenants. They were just all there to pursue the cause of democracy and independence. Come along, come along. You know, there's no way we talk about the sage without talking about books. Those are some of the things he stood for. We have manuscript of some of his unpublished books in this place, and we have some of the books. Yeah, you can see them. Thought of Nigerian Constitution, you know. You can see them, thoughts on the Nigerian Constitution, you know, my march through prison, and many other ones. I tell you, Papa, come along this place. Come along this. Let's say Papa has a penchant for science. You know, because of his love for science, he acquired some of this equipment to, you know, keep him up to speed with science. And don't forget that he was a lawyer. Yeah, Papa was a lawyer. Come and see a certificate. This is, yeah, this is a certificate. This is to certify that Obafemi Awolowo of Inner Temple assigned the role of barrister of the High Court of Justice, King's Bench Division, for the present what is the sitting, you see. And that was, look at the date, that was on the 19th of November, 1946. You know, Papa was a lawyer at the same time, has a lot of love for sciences. Yeah, come this way. This will interest you a lot. This was one of the Baba and, you know, Baba and Shokoto that he wore to this last public outing. It was at the coronation of the new Olu of Warri. You can see that. That's May 2nd, 1987. This is one of the campaign attires, you know. You can imagine how fashionable this would be in those days. He's normally clad in Baba and Shokoto during the electionary process. This is one thing. Yeah, I got another one here for you. This is one of the national costumes worn by Chief Awolowo. It consists of the usual Buba and Shokoto. Come on, let me show you some of his personal effects on this place. Just look at fashionistic. Look at his toes. You know, look at this. Look at this. This was the outfit Papa wore after his inbounding from Ibadan to Ikenne. He wore it until his final lying in state, when it was changed for his sand robe. What a sight this is. Then look at his toothbrush. Remember the story how they said it was about, you know, brushing his teeth when they found him dead in this room. And that's Papa's toothbrush. Okay. Papa was found in Buba and Shokoto at his death. That's what he was wearing. And look at his in-house palm. Look at his shoe. Look at his touch. Look at his covering clothes. A lot of things here for you to see. And I'll take you up to some of the awards. Some of the awards and honor that Baba acquired in his lifetime. You can see one there from the Republic of Liberia, the insignia conferred upon Chief Awolowo on 24th of April 1968. Then here there is another one from Republic of Senegal that he got in November 1972. Okay, you can just come down a little and look at some of the honors he got. He got a Paul Harris Fellow honor. That's from Rotary Club. Yeah, you can see this also from the Cooperative Bank building in Ibadan. And these are some of the medallions presented to our Jerusalem pilgrims. Those commemorative awards were presented to Chief Awolowo during his lifetime. The medals: West African Games for Independence, National Nigerian, October 1960. There's another one on Pope Pius XII. Okay, you can see them. Okay, look at this. Nigerian Federal Government Coat of Arms. This opener and knife-bearing Nigerian coat of arms were presented to Chief Obafemi Awolowo as souvenir to commemorate the attainment of Nigerian independence on 1st October 1960. You know, he was a front row activist in that fight, and of course that is what he has to show for it. Very beautiful. Look at this brass key. This was given him during the electioneering process, and look at the coins during this time. They were part of Chief Obafemi Awolowo's personal collection. Okay. Let us come to the gown. Some of Papa's academic gown from different parts of Africa and Nigeria also. Here is one from University of Cape Town. Yeah, this was conferred in 1976. This is also from the University of Lagos when he got a degree in 1968. And here's another one. From this way, here's another one from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka on 16 December 1961. Here's one from the University of Ibadan. It was given to him on 17 November 1972. And the Ahmadu Bello University, 6 December 1975. This is our trademark. One of the things he's known for is his cap that has now turned to a fashion style into this Nigeria. You can see those cap, the way it's structured. If you see a lot of our ways wearing this cap, and this is the wristwatch. It is important to know that Chief Awolowo in his lifetime valued time, and he kept to time in all his public and private engagements. Yeah, that's one from cards. Then look at Awo's glasses. Yes, these are some of the magnifying glasses Awo wore in his time. It has to be round. This is HID's corner inside the Awo's Museum. Let's see what we are able to gather from here. You would also know that Mama has lots of excellence here showing. Let's start from this wedding chair on which Mama Chief Mrs. HID sat on the 26th of December 1937. That was her wedding day chair. Oh, interesting. National honor, lot of honors here received by Mama in her time. You can see that the ceramic fish was wheeled to Dr. Mrs. HID Awolowo by Lady Oyinkan Abayomi, wife of the Sakofo Abayomi. Belongs to so many associations, you know, around the country, a lot of associations, and you can see some of our emblems, you can see some of our badges, Yeye Oba of Ife, you can see some of our caps. Look at the muffler, Shijoye Otun Iyalode, National Mother of the Day. His honorary fellow award, this academic gown was given to Mama in 2001, honorary of Jaba College. Mama is also a very religious person. She does not joke with her church activities. This is one of the lay readers' robe worn by Mama. Here you can see that. This is another lay reader's robe she has. This is an honorary doctorate degree certificate given to Mama at the University of Ile-Ife in December 1989. This is also another honorary doctorate degree given to her at the University of Calabar in 2001. These are some of the clothes, attire that Ma wore during her line in states. You know, it's spanned for day 1 to 10, and you can see some of the colors, you can see some of the inscriptions on them, showing the day. Yeah. And this one was the one she wore on day 10 of her line in states, here in Ikenne, Ogun State. This is award session, some of the award Mama received during that time. I can see one for centenary there. Personally, I think this is one of the best things I've seen in this place. You can see it, read for yourself. Papa's office chair. Chief Awolowo sat on this chair to work on the problems of the nation. Massive, massive. So it is safe to say this is a thinking chair for Papa Awolowo in making sure that Nigeria is on the right path. Seriously, you would also want to sit on this one. Let me just. I told you so. I told you. This is beautiful. Of course, you must have enjoyed yourself also. I knew it was going to be this beautiful. Up next, we are not done. Up next is the Shopolu Library. Of course, there's no way we talk about the stage without talking about books and library. And that is what we are going there to see. Just before the library, I can see something. Let's see what this is. This is Shegun's corner. Of course, Shegun is the first child of the sage. You can see the foundation of this house was laid on 21st of January 1939. Late Barrister Shegun Awolowo, the first son of the late Chief Awolowo, was born on that day. Part of the building was demolished to give way to Shopolu Library, and that is where we are going to next. That's the library. That's the library. You can see it, the Shopolu Library. This is going to be very, very explosive. Let's see the kind of books that we have in the library. Baba had in his time. This library was built in memory of Chief Obafemi Awolowo's father. Of course, we've gone around the library and we've seen a lot of beautiful things, the first of its kind, and most of it you won't see anywhere else. I was speaking with the chairman of the African Institute of Nigeria, Dr. Tokumbo Awolowo Dosunu, on this little time to just give us an insight into what some of those things represent and why it is very, very important we have this kind of documents available. So we have this new generations. We read Papa's story. We were not this close. Okay, and I'm sure we have a lot of myself outside that would want to touch this, that would want to snap with this. You know, how much visitors do you receive monthly, daily?
Well, I can't put a figure on it, but what I know is that weekends, whenever there is an event going on in the canal, people invariably seize the opportunity to visit this compound. And they look around, take pictures. There's a lot of interest, and some groups, schools especially, do write to request permission to visit. We have a number of letters pending visits already. So although it could be better publicized, in spite of that, I think there's still a lot of people do request to visit, and they do. But there must be better ways of making sure that people know of its existence and can come and visit and bring Chief Awolowo into their own reality rather than as a mythical figure. So,
I want to ask you, of all those things, very interesting things, do you have a favorite among all those things?
I can't say I do. It's just it's a total package. What I think I love about it is that it preserves for posterity um, uh, things that people can see and relate to about Chief Awolowo. As I said, it brings him into their own reality, and that is very important, especially now that history is not being Nigerian history is not being taught in schools, and the chances are a lot of children and even older people in their 20s, 30s, and even 40s may not know enough about Chief Awolowo and his contemporaries. I think that is very sad because it diminishes their own sense of who they are and what they can accomplish. Because if they hear stories of Chief Awolowo and people like him, it's a kind of inspiration and encouragement, and it increases their own sense of awareness of who they are and pride on who they are and their antecedents, which is almost lacking right now. So,
I saw what looks like what I'll call a thinking chair in that place. That the one Papa sat on whenever he wants to think about solving Nigeria's problem. I think that's
that was the chair he used in his office.
That chair, I can imagine Papa sitting on that chair and Nigeria going through his, do you once in a while go to sit on that chair?
Because I'm not Papa, it probably wouldn't work for me. I don't ever sit on that chair. I just take from him an example, an inspiration of what a human being can achieve if they set their mind to it, and I think that is what I would like anyone who visits to take away from it. Papa was a unique individual.
Of course.
He was him, and nobody else can be him. And for him, his entire existence was devoted to Nigeria, thinking through our problems, thinking about solutions, thinking about who and who he can bring together to chart a way forward. He was really passionate about Nigeria, and that is why it is painful in a way that people even now kind of reject what he stood for. More people accept, but I think people of power and influence maybe do not believe in what he believed in. It is a shame.
We still see a lot of politicians today trying to ride on his goodwill. They use his quotes, they try to design what looks like a template of what he has there. When you see some of these things, how does it make you feel?
When you see that those things are done from a cynical intent, then that is distressing. It doesn't make you feel happy. But then I suppose people will say that is politics. People want to use what they can. If it works for them, good luck. If it doesn't, too bad.
Okay. Do you have a favorite quote? Papa is a wordsmith. A lot of quotes everywhere. Is there anyone that you think of and make you smile?
There's so many of them. I can't think of anyone in particular right now, but Yeah, I think the one that talks about whilst other people are carousing and women are easy busy activities working on the problems of Nigeria. I think that sums Papa up. That sums him up.
That car, that saloon car, I saw there. I touched the body. It looks like it was repainted. It looks yeah, that looks so good to the body. Is there a chance that can still move anywhere?
We can do it if we want. If we wish to, we can put another engine in it. I suppose if the occasion demanded, it could still be resuscitated, kind of. Yes, but there's no need.
There's not the need.
There's absolutely no need.
Okay.
There's another one of his cars that is that was used at my daughter's wedding. So there's another. That one is in the battle right now.
Oh, okay.
So that was kind of like homage to Papa on that day, just to get him to participate. Mama was still alive then, so that was a way of bringing Papa in.
There's so much history around Papa and his doings. Finally, Papa was a very futuristic person. He was always one for the future, and that is why we still talk about him decades after. I want you to just give a word or two to Nigerian youth. We keep hearing youth are the leaders of tomorrow, but it looks like that tomorrow is not coming. I want you to say something to the Nigerian youth because frustration is setting in. Some are going to get rich quick, ways, and it is ruining the reputation of the country. So just tell.
Well, what I want to say to the youth is that the future belongs to them. There's no doubt. I mean, nature has guaranteed that the future belongs to them. But that future will only be what they make of it. There's only so much blame that they can put on the older generations. But ultimately, if they don't work it out properly, the greatest blame will be upon themselves, because people like Chief Awolowo prepared for their future when they were about your age or maybe younger. They were leaders. They were just born leaders, and those who want to lead must realize that it doesn't come on a platter of gold. It does not come cheap. You have to work hard, and that is an ethos that I think is lacking in a lot of the youth. They just want a shortcut, but there are no shortcuts. It just doesn't work that way. So people have to make up their minds and decide what kind of future they want to create for themselves and for their children and for generations yet unborn. To take a leaf out of Chief Awolowo's book, he prepared himself, he studied, he built himself up, he disciplined himself. He was very focused and very clear about where he was going on a personal level and where he would like Nigeria to be. And his prescriptions for Nigeria are still so relevant and so accurate, even up till now. So my message to the youth is that you need to buck up, work hard, and get ready so that you can guarantee for yourselves and for your children a bright future, and for Nigeria a proper place in the community of nations.
Thank you very much. Finally, before we go, if anybody has to come to this place, what do they need?
They just need to write a letter.
Okay.
And apply. If they want a guided tour, they need to let us know. And and then it will be organized.
Thank you very much.